Ladies and gentlemen, your host once again, Lester Zoom Headley. The title of this one, I search or not to search my silly self. I search or not to search my silly self. Stop worrying yourself. Stop it. Stop worrying yourself concerning that which we have no control over. Really now, we can spend years, decades chasing what we think is of good standing for us. Yes, we can. And yet, we can constantly be coming up short in life. Well, very well, we can also be very disappointing. Okay? We can be disappointing and we can be disappointed. We select conveniently to ignore the signs that have no wonders. They have no wonders. Okay? They leave us. We go a begging. We go trusting. We go hoping, desiring, wishing and dreaming. And yet, we come up short in life journey. Such is life. We will come up short or we will get over the hump. Such is life. It's the energy that we put in to whatever, wherever we are, whatever we want, and the why and the where and the which. We have to put energy in it. We overlook the ones and we overlook many factors that are much more easier to attain. The easy one. Sometimes we look at the high ones in the tree and we want to pick them, the fruits and all that kind of stuff. But such is life. I don't think it is greed. Some people call it greed. I don't call it greed. It's the way it is. And that is how life is. Life is what we made out of it. Life is what comes our way. Life is how we set sail. If we go out on the ocean and we don't have enough gas in the boat, what do you expect? So life, don't kill yourself. Search your silly self sometimes and find out why would you start with a journey that don't have a gas station in that journey and you start on under a quarter tank of gas and the journey is for 12 miles. Search our silly self. How many of us can say, oh yes, Lester, that is true. Oh yes, Lester, that is true. Look, we have vision, we have wonders, we have desires, but sometimes we don't plan properly. Okay? We don't plan because sometimes we go down a lane that have no light in it. We go down a certain path that maybe have too much light and we see too much. Okay? So that is true. We will completely ignore the apple, the pear, or the breadfruit that hangs right before us, that is hanging right before us, and try to get the one that look bigger, riper, and fuller. And we can't reach it. But that is life. That is our silly self. We keep seeing to ourselves, ignore the ones that have done us good, and we go and cling to the ones that have done us wrong. That is life. That is life. We look at the ones that are out of reach and have no purpose, no respect for us, and we cling to the ones that we think in the social hemisphere that look and appear as though they are someone and they don't have much regard for you. Why do we do that? Why? I don't know. Even though the logic and the science and the reality are stacking up before us, we ignore what is there before us. Why? I do not know. We go for the high flyers and we are unable to reach and keep up with them because we want to be like the Joneses. And we are not like the Joneses. We are the Smiths, the Bradfords, the Smalls, the Headleys, the Smith. Yes, we are different people. We are all different people. We ignore the many lessons in our life socially and professionally because we want to be like others that have a different surname, a different skin tone, a different way of life, a different behavior. We want to be like that. Why? Why? I don't know. I can't help you. We all have various blessings, different satisfactions. Okay? Let's observe. Let us pay attention to our blessings and the satisfactions that we have parading on our square and work with them. That's why you have a different talent, a different mindset, different values. Yes, you work within what is before you go overreaching. Okay, it's like the dog that had the bone tried to cross the swamp or the river, saw the shadow of another dog and another bone that looked bigger, sweeter, and juicier than his, and he let go of that bone, only then to realize you had a bone. You should have made it better for yourself. Those are lessons. Those are precious lessons. To stop hanging our hat where we can't reach it. Stop hanging our hat too high. Stop going after some people, the factors, the desires, the dreams, and the wishes. We're wasting time. We are only hurting and causing pain. Okay, we are plunging hurt into our hearts. We're piercing the hearts. We're causing distress, despair, pain, and misery when we should do that. They are not worth the time and the salt of our life. Going after all that we think is great, all that we think is better than we have. Sometimes we are blessed with cricket talent, soccer talent, football, American football talent, basketball talent, tennis talent, singing talent, dancing talent, cooking, engineering, manufacturing. We're blessed with so many different ways, and we let go what we are blessed with: law, science, medicine. We let go, and when we let go, down the road where we can't see, we struggle, and we wonder why we struggle. We are wondering why we struggle. I am telling you, it's because we have not searched our silly self. We have not searched deep within the bowels of our bosoms. We did not search deep inside. Yes, you only can speak this way after you have had your life journey. You only can see this way after you come to grips with reality. Some people don't want to come to grips with reality, so they will not see what I am saying. They will not see what I'm sharing. But yes, I'm telling you, you have to stop. When you get 50, when you get 55, when you get 60, you have to stop and look. 70, stop and look. Even when you get in your 20s and 30s and 40s, it's different every decade. So you have to look. You have to look. You have to stop. You have to come to grips with where you are. You got to examine your silly self. You have to want to lift yourself up from the doldrum, pull yourself up by the shoelaces, bootlaces. You got to lift yourself. You got to hold your head up. And you have to walk and know where you're stepping. Okay? You have to. It's only when you get a certain age, at a certain stage in your life, that you can stop and have a reflection, that you can stop and come to grips with reality. It makes no sense not coming to grips with your silly self. It makes no sense that you have not stopped and looked inwardly at yourself and see, look, we've been wasting what you've been doing wrong. I kid you not. Stop and look at your silly self. This afternoon, this is one message that you should listen to over and over and over again, and tell others to please go and visit, because it can bring that person into realization. It can bring that person into realization to examine their silly self. I kid you not. So until next time, stay tuned for more from Lester Zoom Headley, Zoom in Logic and Opinion. I kid you not. Thank you for listening. Enjoy your life. Enjoy yourself.